Part 1. What is the goal of the game, and how do you win? Your goal is to defeat all other leaders, whilst keeping your own leader alive. Each game ends when there is only one yellow leader card left face up. That player is the winner. Although you can play a single game if you're pressed for time, for the ultimate bragging rights, play 3 rounds with the following points added to a score sheet after each round. Part 2. Preparing the game. Choose your country, and ensure you have all 25 cards. Find your yellow leader card and place it face up, in front of you on your left. Shuffle your 24 card deck and place it face down on the right. Part 3. Draw 9 cards and commence the setup phase. Your setup hand is 9 cards, but a normal hand during the game is only 5. You will place 6 cards down on the table and then discard the other 3. Your opponents will set up their cards at the same time as you. Your goal is to create a strong defense, by placing the white assistant leader cards, blue science cards and brown military cards on the table. The more defensive points you can put down in this phase, the more protection your leader will have during the game. After placing 6 cards, you will discard the remaining 3. Part 4. Play your first hand. Draw the top 5 cards from your draw pile. On each turn you can play 2 cards and you must also discard 1 card. Part 5. What can I do during my turn? You may choose to attack an opponent with a military power card. You can lay down more science, military or assistant leader cards on the table in defense. Or you can play an orange special card. Let's play your first card of your first turn. You have chosen a military power card, but you are laying it down on the table as a defensive card. For your second card of your first turn, you have chosen a science and culture card and will also lay it down on the table as a defensive card. Now it is time to discard a single card to finish your first turn. You have chosen a military card that has a weak defensive rating. At the end of your turn you must replenish your hand. Pick up 3 cards from the draw pile. That will conclude your first turn. Part 6. Leader groupings. Whenever you add an assistant leader to your leader card, the defense rating accumulates. In this example, only an attack of 400 or more would defeat the leader stack. Part 7. Grouping your defense cards for more power. Much like your leader cards, all other defense cards can be stacked with one slight change. Science and military cards only benefit from the accumulation of their defense ratings if they are formed up into stacks of 3. If you have 2 cards sitting on the table together, they will only function as 2 single cards. At any stage during your turn you can rearrange your science and military cards into groups of 3. This does not count as a move and you are free to do it anytime you like so long as it is your turn. For the first card of your second turn, you have decided to attack the USSR. Your attack is worth 200. If your opponent has individual or stacked defense cards worth more than 200, then the attack will fail. The USSR has a military stack worth a total of 200. This 3-card stack has been defeated by your attack and the cards will now be discarded. Now for the second card of your second turn. This time you have chosen to play an orange special card against the USSR. This card removes your opponent's lowest value science card. The USSR does not have a card to block this attack, so the 100-point science card is discarded. Much like the first turn, your second turn will conclude after you have discarded 1 card, drawn 3 cards to replenish your hand and finally made any changes to the order of your card stacks. Part 8. Resetting your draw pile. If your draw pile has run out of cards, resetting it is simple. Just flip your discard pile over without shuffling it. Part 9. What happens if my leader has been defeated? In a 2-player game, this is where the game ends. You have been defeated. However, if there are 2 or more leaders still alive, you can opt to flip your leader card and play as a fallen leader. Setting up is simple. Firstly, Flip your leader card to display the red fallen leader. Then, collect up all 24 cards and shuffle them thoroughly. This will be your new draw pile and discards will go on the right. A fallen leader cannot win the game, but they can still have a minor role in the remaining rounds. It's a great chance to get revenge on the player that defeated you. You will not hold a hand when playing as a fallen leader. On your turn, you will nominate the player you wish to target with your next unseen drawn card. After naming your targeted player, draw and flip the top card from your draw pile. Brown military power cards result in an attack that must be defended. Blue science and culture cards are lent to your target for defense. And all orange special cards and white assistant leader cards are discarded with no effect. Part 10. Enhanced Rules. Now that you have covered the standard rules of the game, you may wish to add Total War, the Nuclear Triad, Blitzkrieg or Propaganda to your games. Visit the Enhanced Rules section of the website for more details. That brings us to the end of this tutorial. If you need to clarify any details, the written version on the website, and the gameplay FAQ should be your next stop. I hope you enjoy playing your very first game of 15-minute Cold War. Good luck.